I released multiple games and the hardest part was never finishing the first one. It was rather figuring out what to do the day after. So let me take you back to my first launch because that's when the first real lesson starts. So my first game, it was called NeonSurge. I made it in around 3 months and now I've released 3 games. And before I made NeonSurge, I was just stuck in tutorials. I was stuck not learning anything. And I'm going to tell you why this is important later. I didn't really have a plan and I just literally spent years being stuck in tutorial hell, not learning anything, just watch tutorials endlessly, just following along, just making these small prototypes, and I couldn't build anything myself. So after I've spent like years being stuck, I finally figured out the real way to learn game development, which is what I teach on this channel. We won't talk about that now, because this video is after you release your first game, so if you have released, you probably know these things. But it's like the way we learn, so active learning, struggling, desirable difficulty, like that your first game should be your priority, all these different things that made me being stuck for years. That's what I teach on this channel. And finishing my first game, NeonSurge, it gave me the credibility and the knowledge to actually talk about that. So sure, before I made NeonSurge, I kind of started knowing how to learn, how we actually learn game development. But after I released, I not only got the credibility from it, I also got a lot of experience, because when you make a game, like I always talk about on the channel, you learned so many new things. So we're going to break down the 3 main paths that you can go down after you release your first game, depending on what you want to do. So we'll walk through them all. And the reason why I told you about my YouTube story, like why I made this channel, is because the first path is going to be to work indirectly with game development. And the main thing I'm thinking about in this, there are some other things as well we'll talk about, but the main thing I'm thinking about is that you make a YouTube channel, you make an X account or Instagram, whatever you want to do, and you start doing content creation, teaching others. You can also like make a YouTube channel or social media, obviously, while you're making a game, and that's the side. If you have a bit more time like me, then you can work on content creation full time, and you can also do game development on the side, or you can just do content creation full time. I know actually a lot of people in game development, they do that. They just do content creation, they don't make games, they have never made a project outside of like a game jam. You'll be shocked at like the big YouTubers that they've never even made a single game and they're here giving advice. I actually want my advice to be like grounded in real experience and actually be practiced, so I know what I'm talking about. But if you think you have enough knowledge and experience to make a YouTube channel teaching others, then I think that's definitely a good path to go down. Also on this work directly in game development path, you can also do something that's quite different. You can work on selling your art, selling your music, selling your like sound effects or assets, models, 3D models. You can work on game development on the side, but your main focus is going to be to just sell the art that you make. So for example, if you're good at pixel art, vector graphics, 3D models, making music, whatever it might be, if you're good at these things, then you can sell it online. You can probably like partner with some platform, publish it there, sell it, whatever, and you can try making money from your like particular field that you chose. And this is really good if you enjoy doing these things. So if you enjoy making content, for example, or you enjoy being an artist, then work indirectly with game development I think is a really good path to go down. But the second path is going to be like quite opposite. It's going to be to work with others. So there are a lot of online groups that have this, for example on Discord, they might have a channel where you can find people to collaborate with and you can make like a game development team. And like a lot of them are very unprofessional, just scrap their projects, but I'm sure you can find like real teams that you can join. Since you actually have this credibility from releasing a game beforehand, people are just going to take you so much more seriously. Like I've tried looking for partners like so many times. If you were to tell me that you released a game, that's going to be totally different from you telling me that you just want to learn. Like even just one finished game gives you massive credibility because we know how hard making one tiny game is. So you're probably thinking, well, what's the benefit of that? Well, you can work in teams, so you can get your you can grow your credibility even further if the game is actually good and you work with good people. And you can also get what we call revenue share. So you get a certain percentage share of the revenue of the game. Or if you're a bit more lucky with your find, like the people know that you have experience, you have knowledge, and you're able to contribute, then you might even be able to just do a paid gig and still be in the credits for the game, so it grows your portfolio and your credibility. So if, for example, there are certain areas of the game development that you're lacking in, or you just want to work in a team, you don't want to do all these other things, just manage everything yourself. We're going to talk more about that in the next point. But if you don't like doing all these things, then I think working in a team can be like something really good for you. I also just want to quickly mention that if you're watching this and you haven't released your first game yet, because of all the confusing information, tutorial help, motivation, time, whatever else thing that might come up, I just want to say that Smart Indie gives you an exact step-by-step path to finishing and releasing your own unique game within only 60 days. And one of many bonuses that we have inside of Smart Indie as well is that I'm going to personally beta test your game. I'm going to like make a little video on it. I can publish it onto YouTube if you want to. I can publish it just give you text feedback. I'll download the game, play test it for like half an hour, and then I'll make a short video on it. This is going to be really valuable because I'm an actual game developer. I also play games. So I know like what you should do, and I know your main focus should be to just release, and I know like your skill, what you can do, what you should do. So it's going to be really valuable for you. And that's just one of many bonuses that you get inside of Smart Indie as well. If you want to learn more, then you can go to smartindie.dev or click the first link in the description to join today. But before we go, we need to talk about the most interesting point of this entire video, the most interesting part, and that's make your own games. So you just continue to make the best games possible. And if you're going down this path to just make games yourself, not have any teams, you might hire like some freelance people, but that doesn't like count here. If you just want to make the best games possible, then it's very important to understand that your games get exponentially better, and your focus should be to just make the best games as humanly possible. And you need to focus on marketing as well. You need to focus on monetization so you can actually earn money from it. And your focus should just be to finish as many good games as possible that you can actually earn money from and you can market them well. That should be your main focus. And if you're going to do this, a tip for me is that you should treat game development like a business. Don't just treat it like a hobby. If you actually want to make real progress in this field of game development, this craft, then you need to treat it like a business if you actually want to earn money from it. And you actually need to have big ambitions. You can't just publish this game with no ads, just pay the fee and you lose money on it without ever like being able to actually earn them back. You need to think, well, what if this game blows up? Then it would be too bad if I didn't have ads in the game when it launched. You need to think like this. You need to think that, well, if I publish it on Steam and just make it good, then people will pay. And yeah, I think that's the 3 main paths that you can go down in game development. I hope one of them resonated with you. Also, just a reminder, smartindie.dev to learn more, or the first link in the description if you haven't released your first game yet. Either way, thank you for watching this video.